morning, everyone out there in YouTube land, or afternoon or evening, wherever you happen to be. This is once again episode, I think, 14 or 15 of Lancing with Myself, where I, Steve D from 10 Star Games, talk about all the things I've learnt in 20 years of being a game designer, especially when you're low on spoons and low on cash. Today, someone asked me to talk about playtesting. The delicate art of taking your little baby and putting it in the hands of monsters who will tear it apart. Or at least that's how it can feel. Obviously, playtesting is always scary, even after lots and lots of practice. Of course, that is the first point. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Especially if you practice with a regular group, you're going to be able to trust their instincts and trust what they know. You're going to be able to trust your own instincts and know what is and what isn't good. But I think there are always going to be, as I say, it's always going to be scary, and there's always going to be things that you can do to make it less scary. If you look back in our videos, you'll find some videos about anxiety and how to hack your brain and how to get yourself into a good mindset for those kind of things. One thing that really helps me is that over time I've come to see playtesting very differently. I mean, the gut idea of playtesting is that it's like your play coming out or your book coming out. It's this Hollywood moment of you put the thing on the stage and you're waiting, will there be applause or will there be boos? But that's not at all what playtesting is. Game design is not something where you craft something in the dark to your own specifications, your own sense of quality, and then present it. It's not a constructed art form like that. Poetry might be, painting, sculpture, these things are. Stand-up comedy and game design are not. They are engineering devices that must be presented to users and to go through a cycle, a constant cycle of test, fix, test, fix, test, fix, which means that you're not presenting something to somebody to tear apart. Actually, what you've got is the broken version. You've got the thing that doesn't work. So I like to think of it more like those people. The playtesters are the doctors. They're the crack squad of medical professionals, possibly young and sexy, like the cast of ER or Grey's Anatomy. They're falling in love and falling out of love, but most importantly, they care. They care too much. And what they care about is your game. They're going to fix your game. They're going to look at it and find out what's wrong with it. You know if something's wrong with it because it's not perfect yet. Because if it was perfect, you'd give it to the doctors and they go, there's nothing wrong with this game. We can't fix it anymore. We love it, and give it back to you. So they're your doctors. You give them the broken game that doesn't quite work yet, and they get in and they go, yeah, we see the problem here. This is the problem, and that is the problem. If you see them like doctors, it helps you respect them, and you should. They are your gold, your silver, and your bronze. They are the wind beneath your wings. They are the things that make game design possible. You cannot design without playtesters. They are your gods and your celebrities, and you should worship at their feet and thank them very much before and after you playtest. Also, if you see them as doctors, you can think about what their areas of expertise are. If someone goes, well, I don't really like this kind of game, you go, okay, well, that's the kind of doctor. He can't diagnose what's wrong with the ear problems on this child because he doesn't work with ears, right? And if they haven't got a lot of experience in that area, they're not going to be able to see things as intuitively as other people. They're going to interact with it in different ways based on their expertise and their background. And that gives you a good sense of, you can think about this. Okay, what is this person an expert in? Everyone's an expert in their own sense of entertainment and seeking it out. So they're like discoverers as well and scientists. They're looking at this game going, where's my fun? Can I find it? Maybe they can't. Maybe it's not for them. But it's great to see them explore and find that fun. And if they find it, then that's the win for you. You're hoping that they look at this little puzzle and they find their fun that they want. The harder it is for them to find, the more work you have to do. Sometimes they'll give you ideas, but that's not really what they're there for. They're there to test. They're there to see if they can find their fun, and you're there to figure out how long it takes. I've changed metaphors on you. You're there to figure out how long it takes them to fix things, to get to the point, to get to something that they enjoy, to put things back in order. Let them take the lead. Watch them. They're like little mice in a maze to switch methods again. You've made them a maze. How fast can they find the cheese? It takes them too long. You've got to make the maze easier. All right. Takes them too fast. Maybe the maze needs to be a little bit more complicated. All right. Got to make sure that the cheese is worth the struggle, and that they want to go back through the maze over and over and over again. It's all about giving them something and watching how they play with it. just like we do. That's what we're doing. We're giving them a toy, a game, and we're seeing if they can find the fun. And that's a lovely thing to watch, you know, even if they don't find the fun, even if they can't find it this time. So think of it like that. Think of it as an experience that you get to watch other people explore a concept and see if they can find the fun. It's a wonderful experience to be part of. Enjoy it. It's fun. It's lovely. It's part of game design. We'll talk a little bit more about how to do better playtest next week. Until then, play games, pat dogs, have fun, be good.